herbs be to cost so much money? All he wanted to do was to accept a student, raise their strength, and earn their trust.
To think that
just by doing so would result in his bankruptcy.
This was way too much.
This was way too much.
With a reddened face,
Xavier waved his hands grandly.
Money is
just a material possession.
As a master teacher,
thinking about money all day long will
just
affect my mental resilience.
Pavilion
Master Michael was baffled.
I just said there was no need to pay me,
but you insisted on
So why are you saying that
thinking about money affects your mental resilience?
Seeing the
bizarre expression on the other party's face, Xavier coughed awkwardly. Waving his hands casually, he said,
You should
condition yourself well for the next few days.
I'll find some time
to help you achieve a breakthrough in your cultivation.
Treat it as the
payment for these two medicinal herbs.
He had promised
the other party repayment,
only to realize
that he had insufficient money. As the unfathomable expert Master Keith, he couldn't afford to lose his reputation over such a minor matter. Thus, he could only promise the other party some other form of payment.
Help me achieve a
breakthrough.
Just as Pavilion Master
Michael was curious as to why Master Keith would have such a sudden change in attitude, he heard those words and hurriedly kneeled on the floor.
Thank you, Master Keith.
He had been stuck in the Master Realm pinnacle for many years. If he could achieve a breakthrough and reach half glory, his lifespan and strength would be increased significantly.
You can leave now.
Having collected all the medicinal herbs, Xavier was anxious to return to the academy. Thus, he bid everyone farewell.
I still have
matters to attend to, so I'll be leaving first.
I'll
come by once more tomorrow.
Saying so,
Xavier stepped out of the residence.
After leaving, he walked
into an isolated alley. Checking to ensure that there was no one around, he reverted to the appearance of Mr. Johnson and headed straight back to Atitlan Academy.
The
residence that Baker had acquired was right between the Master Teacher Pavilion and Atitlan Academy. Thus, it didn't take him too long to return to his classroom. However, before he could enter the classroom, Max rushed up to him and said in a fluster, You're back. Please save Kayla. She's injured.
Kayla is injured?
Xavier was taken aback.
In less than a day
after leaving his students, Sarah had been injured by someone. Then, less than 4 hours after leaving the classroom, Kayla was injured as well.
Wasn't this too
coincidental? Was the god of misfortune lingering around him?
Yes.
Max's face was flushed.
Bring me to her.
Shaking his head, Xavier followed him into the classroom.
Upon entering the classroom,
he saw Kayla leaning against the wall of the classroom with a pale face.
Walking up to her,
Xavier took a look,
and he suddenly
felt dismayed. Indeed,
he
couldn't understand anything at all.
Sarah
was cultivating a cultivation technique he had imparted to her, and the technique could be considered an offshoot of Heaven's Path Divine Art. Furthermore, he had been with her for a significant period of time, so, even without knowing the illness, he could cure her easily.
On the other hand,
Kayla was a student he had just accepted that day. As such, he didn't have a clear idea of her physical condition, so he was unable to see through the root of her affliction at a glance.
If he couldn't even discern the root of her problem,
how could he possibly treat her?
After hesitating for a moment,
Xavier could only decide on the crudest course of action.
Execute a battle technique.
Yes, teacher.
Even though Kayla
was perplexed over her teacher's instructions, she still nodded out of trust for the other party.
Clenching her fist tightly,
her arm shot out swiftly.
Her offense
caused her book in the Library of Heaven's Path to be refreshed. After taking a look, Xavier heaved a sigh of relief.
This lass
had forcefully used battle techniques beyond her capabilities and had injured her life energy paths.
This wasn't a big problem
for him.
With a flick of his fingers,
a few silver needles appeared and flew toward several parts of her body.
A moment later,
Kayla felt a surge of comfort gushing through her body. The injuries she had sustained from forcefully executing battle techniques beyond her capabilities had disappeared without a trace.
Sensing the change in her body,
Kayla widened her eyes in disbelief.
Her father was an
apothecary who often formulated pills to treat the traumas of others. She knew that injuries caused by forcefully using battle techniques beyond one's capability were hard to resolve. A single mistake in the treatment could potentially cause one's cultivation to be ruined.
Yet,
had this complicated problem seemed so easy in the hands of Mr. Johnson?
I apologize for adding to the teacher's troubles.
Kayla understood
that Mr. Johnson's means far surpassed that of ordinary physicians or apothecaries, and her admiration for the latter deepened.
It's nothing.
How did you get
Injured?
Xavier asked doubtfully.
The senior got.
Max was about to explain when Kayla raised her hand and interrupted.
I was trying out new battle techniques and forcefully used some beyond my cultivation.
Teacher,
I'm sorry for worrying you.
Xavier could
tell that Kayla was hiding something,
but since the latter was unwilling to talk about it,
he decided not to ask any further.
All right. If
there's nothing else, Lars, you should stay behind. As for the rest of you, you should return and rest for the day.
Well.
Kayla hesitated.
Is there something else?
Xavier turned to look at her.
Teacher.
Can you impart to me
a battle technique?
Kayla
asked with a reddened face.
She was the one who tried to turn the entire class against him at the very start.
Thus, she felt embarrassed asking the other party to impart to her a battle technique.
However,
she knew that if she didn't learn a new battle technique, it would be impossible for her to triumph over the other student. Her father's battle technique was too powerful for her. If she didn't execute it well, she would sustain heavy injuries just like how she had done earlier.
More importantly,
what do you want to learn?
I specialize in saber, so if possible, I hope that you can impart to me a saber art.
Kayla said.
Saber art.
Xavier was surprised.
All right. I'll think about
a suitable saber art and impart one to you tomorrow.
You should leave for now.
All right.
Kayla
bowed in gratitude before leaving with Max and the others. After leaving the classroom, Max couldn't hold himself back and immediately questioned,
Senior, why didn't you allow me to say it?
She obviously had gotten injured while trying to uphold Mr. Johnson's honor, so why had she stopped him from saying it?
Say.
What
did you intend to say?
That
I got injured while sparring with Master Xavier's student. If I were to say so, Mr. Johnson would probably drag me to the other party to apologize.
Kayla harumphed.
This.
Max froze.
The standing and influence
of a master teacher couldn't be underestimated.
A genius
like Master Xavier wasn't someone that an ordinary teacher like Mr. Johnson could stand up against.
If Mr. Johnson
was to find out that his students had conflicts with the other party, it was highly possible that he might drag Kayla there to apologize.
It's not a big deal for me to lower my head and apologize, but I earnestly feel Mr. Johnson isn't inferior to Master Xavier in any way. In fact, I think he's even more capable. How can there be such a huge difference between their reputations? I must defeat her and bring honor to Mr. Johnson's name.
Determination gleamed in Kayla's eyes.
How could
Mr. Johnson, despite his capability, remain an unknown figure in the capital?
Clearly,
it was due to the lack of a suitable platform for him to display his prowess.
The duel with
Master Xavier's student was an excellent platform to prove Mr. Johnson's ability.
As long as she won against the other party,
Mr. Johnson's name would be known throughout the entire capital.
Everyone
would know that even though Mr. Johnson wasn't a master teacher, his capability wasn't inferior to one.
Max
nodded his head in agreement.
Indeed. If Kayla were to report this matter to Mr. Johnson, it would be impossible to continue with the duel. If so, how could she bring honor to Mr. Johnson's name? How could she make everyone understand that he is an incredible teacher?
Of course,
Max only knew that she was only trying to justify her actions.
That wasn't her
primary aim at all.
Kayla
was a mini tyrant in the academy, having chased away several teachers. Someone had crossed her path and even wounded her.
If she
didn't get her revenge and make the other party apologize to her, she wouldn't be able to let the matter rest.
Max
suddenly thought of something and pointed toward the classroom.
We won't say anything to Mr. Johnson. But what if Lars...
Lars
was currently alone with Mr. Johnson in the classroom.
Even if they
were to seal their mouths, it would be for naught if Lars revealed the matter.
Lars.
That
fellow is reluctant to even open his mouth. Do you think he would really babble to Mr. Johnson?
Kayla
rolled her eyes.
That's
true.
Max
scratched his head awkwardly.
In the
2 years that they had been with Lars, the latter had spoken less than 3 sentences.
How
could he possibly start gossiping about the matter now?
And,
just like they had guessed, Lars didn't say anything. At the moment, he was just staring cautiously at Mr. Johnson.
The request
that Mr. Johnson raised had put him in a difficult position.
Take off your clothes.
His teacher's voice sounded.
Scratching
his head in embarrassment, Lars was at a loss.
Take off my clothes.
The
cultivation of poison body is extremely difficult.
For that,
the physical body enhancement technique that I taught you must reach at least major accomplishment.
You are
still lacking in mastery, and I'll have to give you a boost,
Xavier
said.
Cultivating
the poison body was an extremely difficult and dangerous matter. Otherwise, countless poison masters would have died while doing so. Lars then took off his clothes and lay horizontally on a bench in the classroom.
Frowning
slightly, Xavier flicked his wrist, and a few silver needles appeared in his palm.
With
a slight movement, the silver needles pierced into Lars's acupoints.
The
pure heaven's path gleam started flowing through his body. Lars's talent was nothing short of ordinary.
Given
his current cultivation speed, it would take at least 2 days or so before he could reach major accomplishment for the simplified version of Heaven's Path Golden Body.
After
reinforcing his cultivation, around 4 days would have already passed. Xavier had already boasted that he could grant Lars the ability to exact vengeance within 10 days.
If
Lars were to spend so long on the Heaven's Path Golden Body, it would be difficult for him to form the poison body without revealing anything. He even played off as a mute for 2 years.
His
mental fortitude was far beyond Xavier's other students.
With such
mental fortitude, how could he possibly lose his confidence, even if the rate of his cultivation growth was slow after this? More importantly, the method of forcefully raising one's cultivation would expose one to excruciating pain. Sarah and the others would be unable to endure such grievous pain. Xavier flicked his 5 fingers, and the silver needles danced around. Surge after surge of gleam flowed through Lars's body, through his life energy paths, and the previously narrow life energy paths began to tear apart. It was as though thousands of knives were lodged into his body, slicing his flesh into innumerable pieces. It was fortunate that Lars possessed a strong will, otherwise his mind could have been broken by now. The gleam in Xavier's body pumped furiously as he shot all the silver needles in his hands out. Endure it! Xavier was well versed in the pathways that one's gleam had to flow through for the cultivation of the Heaven's Path Golden Body. The silver needles seemed to lodge into Lars's body in a certain pathway, heading upward until they eventually reached the top of his head. Under the guidance of Xavier's silver needles, gleam gushed into Lars's head. In that instant, Lars felt as if an explosion had occurred in his head, as though he had broken through a bottleneck. He instantly realized that he had broken through the Constancy Realm pinnacle, reaching the Insight Realm. Insight Realm? I have actually reached Insight Realm? Don't move. It's not over yet. Feeling the agitated trembling of Lars's body, Xavier's eyebrows shot up. With a flick of his hands, the medicinal herbs that Xavier had obtained from the Physician Guild appeared in his hands. With a sudden burst of gleam, he reduced all the medicinal herbs into powder.
The powder mixed together, and a reaction immediately occurred. Swiftly, it morphed into an extremely toxic substance. The silver needles in Lars's body then flew back and dove into the toxic powder, and in an instant, the needles turned black. Then, with another flick, the poison needles flew back into Lars's body. The lethal poison from the needles seeped into Lars's body. An excruciating pain several times greater than that of the previous one struck him. His face immediately paled, and unable to hold himself back, he yelled in agony. Xavier heaved a sigh of relief. Wiping the sweat off his forehead, he placed the remaining medicinal powder back into his storage ring. He was done conducting the first round of poison tempering. Whether the other party was able to pull through would depend on his mental fortitude. If he failed to hold on, he would fall into death's embrace. But if he held on, he would metamorphosize from a caterpillar into a butterfly, becoming one of the strongest experts in all of the Titlin Kingdom. As the lethal poison seeped into his bloodstream, Lars found himself reaching the limits of his sanity. The intense pain that assaulted his mind was too difficult for him to endure. Father, sister, brother. Many figures flashed through his mind, as though attempting to summon him over to the other side. Powerful force threatened to pull his soul into the eternal darkness, a place where he would never be able to return from. Clenching his fists tightly, he yelled tenaciously within. No, I can't faint now. The moment I give in, the teacher's hard work will be in vain. How can I face my father, mother, and all of the others like that?